part of the river on the Greenbrier Trail for quite a few miles is really considered a canyon.
Yeah.
This is an old, probably one of the older rivers in the world, and this cuts through a canyon.
Boy, it's beautiful.
Geologists think that the rivers were first and the mountains lifted up. Continental collision lifted the plates, and then the mountains started to go up, and the river just wore down. The mountains went up, the river just wore everything away.
My mother grew up along the river at Clawson. I never spent much time along the river, but I sure loved it. Look at that fish down there. See those two?
Oh, them little fishes, yeah.
I'm not looking at little fish. I'm looking at something that's a foot long.
Where's it at?
Right there with that. See, there's two big rocks. Right there. Those are good sized fish. I just don't know fish.
You see the little ones, I don't see this big one.
That river is very shallow here, isn't it? It wouldn't take much for it to get out its banks, would it?
Yeah, hard to picture it with 20 feet of water coming down.
I know.
Is that fish still there?
Yeah, they're still there. At least one of them is.
The foot long one.
Yeah, it's about a foot long.
Where is it at?
There's three big rocks right next to that flat stone. The big long flat stone, not the one over here, but there's right in there. There's two of them sitting in there just a begging to be caught. You see that branch that's in the water?
Yeah.
Well, come over about 5 feet, and that's where the fish I see is. He's moving down stream. There's two of them. Pretty good sized fish. Now he's over almost over
Oh
top.
yeah, now I see him.
That's pretty good size. Wouldn't you say it's about a foot in length?
Yeah, I guess they're bass. I wonder where they cut these rocks. There had to be a quarry somewhere.
That I don't know.
Somewhere along the line.
I know, but there's been some massive cutting, hadn't there?
And they cut these. These look like sandstone. Cut them and chiseled them. And somebody was telling me the other day that oftentimes, if you look close, you can find the initials chipped in them. Where the stone cutter chipped his initials so he could guarantee being paid for it. Shalloway had an article. He said the autumn is a good time to go swimming.
It looks like it'd be a good swimming hole here.
The water is still warm. Yeah, there's a rope swim.
Well, how deep do you figure it is right here? 3 or 4 feet?
Must be a hole over there.
Now you told me that they had to, when they changed to diesels, they had to strengthen this railroad.
Yeah, when they brought the mallets on the line, they had to strengthen the bridges and everything because the mallets were much heavier. But they were surplus, and of course one mallet could do the job of 2 small steam engines. Now diesels were quite a change for the railroad. It was an economy that was late coming. Didn't save them. The most onerous burden for railroads was the taxes they had to pay.
Really?
They had to pay a hefty property taxes, and the government, they were a target for so many years for politicians, and they just hit them like a piñata. And when the railroads cried the blues and said, wow, we're losing revenue, we're competing with highways, they're federally subsidized, we're not, we need a break, they weren't listened to. And finally, most of them went into bankruptcy. It's a pretty walk down through here. I walked it a few years ago. I guess, I wonder how far Clawson is from here.
You know, I'd have no idea where we're at. I see a picnic table down there though.
I wonder if that's a campgrounds for the Greenbrier Trail. They put a number of campsites in.
Yeah, it could be.
There's one below Cass, right before you get to Raywood.
Well, this would make a good campground.
Yeah, nice and level. Good place to put a tent up. Not rocky. Nice place to swim. There's
Wonder
a
what
number
they
of
do for water.
campsites along the, I guess haul it in. I don't think some of the sites have pumps, but the state doesn't like that. It's too hard to guarantee the potability of the water.
Yeah.
And in this litigious age that we live in, no inflection on you, of course.
Right.
But it makes it tough. Now, state did a lot of